Hello, this is the FCI podcast. I'm Attila, Márton, and my guest today is Liviu Ionescu from Romania, who is a breeder of Labrador Retriever and German Shepherd. He is a professor of ethology, a speaker on canine education and breeding for rescue dogs, and also a specialist trainer on rescue and therapy dogs. He started working with rescue dogs back in 1984. He founded the National Center for Rescue Dogs in 1994 within the Romanian Kennel Club, and he has been the president of this club since 2000. Both participated and organized FCI World Rescue Championships. He's an international FCI working judge for rescue dogs, a disaster management graduate, first aid trainer, climbing and survival graduate. He has written several books on canine psychology, canine rescue education, the role of the dog in the education of children. And he has been the vice president of the Commission for Rescue Dogs of the FCI since 2018. And the word rescue echoed repeatedly, and this is our topic today. It is obvious that most dogs are kept as family pets nowadays, but it is important to emphasize we still use dogs in function, and in many cases, they still complete very important activities. For example, saving the lives of those in danger. So let's start with defining what rescue as an activity exactly means. So what is in the job description of a rescue dog?
Hello, everybody. And the first of all, thank you for your invitation. For me, search and rescue dog activity, it's a lifestyle. Why? Because my experience say that the search and rescue dog activity has four part chapters in a book. Okay, first it's multifocal activity, a lot of source of information. Yes, because a lot of specialty in this great search and rescue specialty. I will talk later about each of them. The second part, the second chapter in this activity, it's multi-dynamic activity. Okay, think about that: moving, action, intense force, specific for each specialty, and it's multifunction. Multifunction not only between specialty. Think about that. It's sport versus real, sports versus social, sports versus psycho support. Doesn't matter for dog trainer, for dog handler, for breeder, for judge, for everybody. And the last chapter is interdisciplinary activity. Environment adaptability belongs to several disciplines. Establish relation with several disciplines. That is very important. All disciplines: trekking, area search, disaster search, search from water, avalanche, is necessary to be together. Each part has specification, of course, but it's very important to realize, establish relationship between several specialties. Okay? For me, it's very important to understand why it's necessary to have in every part of the country, of the world, of the town, a minimum one rescue dog. Why? Because a rescue dog today, for me, is a sporting, a social necessity, not a luxury. Well, first step is the selection of the breeder of the dog handler, not the dogs. Because it's very important to know, to develop mentality, vision, creativity. Yes, I wish, or yes, I do. Okay, including me. I have a lot of dogs. Okay, first step, I go in the show, international, European show, world dog show. Yes, I agree with that, but it's not enough. The second part is to realize a very clever dogs. How we start in this situation? With selection. In my opinion, the selection is the first and most important steps. Why? Because in our test, psychotest, canine psychotest, it's very important to see the environment adaptability, reaction to the low noises, extreme audio frequency, example, mental resistance, intensity of the work, independence in the work, during the work, doesn't matter the specialty. Okay, psycho resistance during the work, during the training, temperament, character, the genetic history, pedigree or without pedigree. What do you know about the mother, the father? Ability in search and rescue activity or not? Maybe the mother example was excellent dog in agility. Great for her. But in search and rescue, it's very important to know all that details. From me, all this point of the test is necessary to be realized step by step. Okay, 2 months, after 4 months or 6 months, to know which is the best way, what specialty, the team. Search and rescue, it's another specialty. Why? Because in the first time, when you start in this specialty, it's necessary to a team. A lot of people, a lot of volunteers with same vision, same creativity. Okay, we start together. Example, in this way. Okay, what is your mentality? Only show? Okay, for working class, I agree with you. Me too, I prefer that. All my dogs start with a junior class, working class, and after that, champion. Personal, I don't like open class. I prefer working class. Okay, maybe my job, maybe my professional, I don't know. But for me, if you tell me about a rescue dog, I ask you very quickly, okay, you have a dog with pedigree? Okay, you go in the international dog show? Yes. What class? Puppy, younger, is not enough for me. Must be go to working class. Okay? Okay. It's very important to know about the specialty. Example, trekking. Everybody say, okay, go in the forest, go in the, doesn't matter the way, doesn't matter the type of soul. No, it's very important to know the rules, FCI rules, and it's very important to understand the rules. Okay, if you don't understand, it's very important to see. Don't start with your dog if you don't see what exactly is necessary to know. Go to be volunteer in the test, in the exam. Doesn't matter, local exam, international exam, FCI world champion of rescue dog teams, excellent. Yeah. It's very important to realize first steps to be volunteer, to understand, to see, and after that, start with your dog. That is my vision. Another point is, okay, I understand what is the trekking dog. Okay. Do you remember that environment, adaptability, intensity, mental resistance, all these points you can see during the first trainings, the first practice. Doesn't matter if has 2 months old or 6 months old, doesn't matter. The test, the psychotest, canine psychotest is very important. Okay, to see what's happening with the dog, to see what's happening in between the relationships with dog handler or the winner, That is another problem. Okay? Which are the mentality of the dog handler? Yes, I want to do that. Doesn't matter the weather, doesn't matter the time, doesn't matter it's summer or in the winter, in the night or during the day, doesn't matter. Yeah, it's my priority. And another point, it's okay, I have time for my dog or I have time for me. It's another mentality. Okay, during the trekking, when I maybe start with some steps and the final level, B level example, it's go to search person after 2 kilometers, 2,000 steps or 3,000 steps. It's a long way, but step by step, we can be the world champion. Area search, disappear person in the forest or another situation. Okay, it's very important to see what's happening with the dog. We don't know how many persons are there. Okay, how many victims are in this part of the area. Okay, I start on my dog to see what's happening with him. Environment adaptability, reaction of the low noses, mental resistance, psycho resistance. It's another point, very important. A lot of smells, animals or another person or doesn't matter. It's very important to see, to analyze the dogs in every training, every training. That is very important. In this case, okay, we start with some steps. Okay, this is the victims, not no, you are not in stand up, lay down. To be a real victims is not a joke. It's very important to start serious victims, teams, conditions, applications, practice, resistance, the time of the practice is very important, and it's very important to be serious. All team to be serious. Okay, because everybody you know that. Okay, your dog is clever soul. He understands you in few seconds. Okay, what happens here? It's necessary to start to search, to be a real search and rescue dog, or just a joke? No, no. The joke is only at home, or the joke is only the finish of the training. During the training, it's very important to be very serious. It's very important to stay near a person or a specialist to analyze the situation, behaviors, communication, intensity of the work, cardio, problem, medical example. It's very important to have a good psycho specialist example, breeders with a big experience, the judge, the trainers. Is very important to have in your team. Okay. And another part very interesting for me are the disaster search. Okay, after the earthquake. Today, we try to realize some places for earthquakes trainings because we haven't. Everybody build development, another buildings yesterday, not tomorrow, yesterday. Example, when we vote in our commission to realize FCI World Championships of Rescue Dog Teams, the first problems are, okay, do you have area zone or not? It's very important to put some there, or you are already have natural situation, natural condition. Example, in Romania, we have a lot of old buildings. Okay, we are happy in this situation because we have a lot of buildings, and we have possibility to realize a lot of types of training in disaster search. okay, and search from water. Yeah, everybody say, oh, it's easy. Oh, really? If you see, it's your opinion. When you do that, it's another opinion. It's a big difference, believe me. If you looking at the dog only like a sports, I agree. If you looking, doesn't matter, you are a beater Chihuahua or bulldog, French bulldog, English bulldog, doesn't matter. Okay, you see, and to try to understand what's happening in front of you. It's very important. Everybody have in team a specialist to explain what I want to do, what I want to start, what I want to see at my dog, and what I want to see to realize with my team in every moment, in every practice. Team, dog handler, and the dog. That is very serious activity. Okay, I don't discuss about another specialty. Every specialty in FCI is wonderful, but in search and rescue, it's sports, excellent image, happy image, but a lot of 1,000 hours in training.
Yeah, I'm sure. Just listening to you, I have a lot of questions now because it is absolutely obvious that that you have to, and I'm talking about training and real life rescue when someone is in danger and they ask for the help of a rescue dog and the handler or a team of people, depending on the situation. And therefore, what I've heard so far, it is very complex because you need to get prepared for absolutely different situations, absolutely different territory, absolutely different weather.
Correct.
A lot of things are different and you need to get prepared. And in these situations, when people's life in real danger, or they disappeared, or there were a building collapse, there were an earthquake, or whatever happened, you can't really start to sit down and think about it. Okay, guys, what to do with this situation? What is the best thing? Because you are constantly running out of time. So it is, you have to get prepared for that moment.
Yeah.
Really, really, really thoroughly.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Sorry. In the first step, nobody know what I want to realize. Everybody step with sports, pleasure, funny, okay? And step by step, every dog handler understand, okay, what's happening with my dog, what necessary to work in this level with my dog or with me. It's very important to be informed in every day. Why? Example, it's very important to know, example, in FCI Rescue Dog Commission, we speak about the new regulation between 5 years, new regulation, no regulation, new regulation. Why? To be adapted for the real situation. Yes, indeed, we start with the funny, sports. Everybody know that in FCI, under FCI umbrella, search and rescue dog, it's a sport. Yes, but step by step, we go and for real mission.
Yeah, and is it just then talk about the sport itself? Is it for competing, just to show the differences between the handlers and the dogs, or is it about creating not a real but a similar situation and test the dogs there, or is it something else? So what is the real essence of the sport itself?
First step. A few seconds ago, I tell you about the steps to International Dog Show. If you go in the International Dog Show indoor, it's a first step for your dog. Nobody know, but I see the behavior of the dogs behavior of the dog handler. Stress, communication, relationships with another breeder or another dogs, between dogs, the relationship between competitor and the judge. It's a test. Everywhere it's a test.
And not just the dog, but the handler as well.
Correct.
As you mentioned, it is really important.
Yes. Okay. A lot of people from, doesn't matter the country, looking what's happening there. Okay. If I am happy, okay, relax with my dog. I try to realize an excellent presentation in the International Dog Show. Okay. I support the judge to see genotype and phenotype my dogs. It's a test for me. It's a psychotest. Behavior, environment, adaptability in this medium or not. The first steps. And after that, everybody speak about his experience. Wow, was excellent, or I was very nervous. And after that, I go with him, speak with him. I go with him in a forest example. Okay, okay. Go there. What you see? Same behavior or not? Same relationship or not? You know, everybody speak a lot of. Okay, in search and rescue, no, it's necessary to look at the dog, what's happening with the dog. That I tell you, okay, happy, funny experience in the dog show, must go in a dog show, because you see the real and professional evaluation of your dog. Okay. For me, if you are the best junior, best male, best female, is not important for me. It's very important to go there to know real dogs, phenotype, genotype, okay, in an international dog show. It's very important. After that, you know, you believe in you trust in your dog. The dog believe in you. Okay, I go there, you stay near me. What's happening with you? You're nervous. Okay, take it easy. I'm not. I'm happy. Okay. A lot of experience. Go there, go there, go there, go there. Traveling, accommodation, relationships, another condition in the international dog show. After that, start in the working.
I'm sure you have to really have this really strong connection and bond between the handler and the dog, because I'm sure in many cases when we are talking about not a competition or a training, but dogs can be in real danger as well when they search people, or they take part in any other kind of rescue. So I'm sure you need to be really careful, and your dog really needs to be connected to you, and you need to be connected to your dog. As you said, that you need to understand what is happening in the overall environment and what is happening with your dog, how it behaves, how it reacts, etc., because these are serious situations. I mean, natural disasters and other such life events are really dangerous for the dogs. And talking about dogs, what kind of because you perfectly showed, I think, that the mental state, the cooperative skills of the human is very important in these situations. That not just the dog, but you as a person have to get prepared. But what about the dogs? What kind of requirements you need? Because you are working, and with work I mean real life rescue, or we can talk about training as well. You're working on different areas, different terrain, up in the mountains, in the woods, in the water, other locations. The dog needs to have some kind of confirmation. It needs to have a very, I'm sure it needs to have a very...
No. Everybody ask me about that. No, believe me. Okay, not a Chihuahua, but...
That's what I mean, so...
Yes, but it's very important to have that information. Doesn't matter the breed. It's very important to pass the test. That is very important. The test, psychotest, and skills. Of course, the Chihuahua or the French Bulldog, they haven't possibility, they haven't skills for that. But you can observe, you can see a lot of breeds in search and rescue activity. A lot of Malinois or Rottweiler example. Everybody know, okay, example, Rottweiler. Okay, it's second group and FCI, the guard dogs. No. If this dog pass every test, psycho test and search and rescue test, can be a potential search and rescue dog. Okay, a lot of shepherds you can see in search and rescue activity. Okay, everybody know the border collie is a complex dog, but you can see the Belge Swiss. Okay, Swiss white shepherd. Yeah, we can see a lot of boxer example. A lot of breeds can use in search and rescue. The selection of the dogs, not the breed, that is important. The selection of the dogs is very important.
Yeah, I think it is a general rule in case of any kind of functions. I mean, there are certain breeds which work well in completing that task, but it doesn't mean that all representatives of that breed is capable of doing that. So not all Labradors or Golden Retrievers will be helping dogs for the blind. So it is a very important thing to talk about, because people think that if a dog is capable of completing something, then all the other dogs will be able to do that. But what are the skills? Because you mentioned that okay, what matters, not the breed, but if that dog has those skills, what are those skills which are necessary to be a really good rescue dog? And I mean, with skills, I mean behavioral. Okay, it needs to have, I'm sure it needs to have a very, very strong nerve system, because you mentioned that all the sense, for example, in the wood, different environment. It is okay. It is obvious that mentally the dog needs to be stable. But what are those skills in behavior or in the physical appearance or whatever? What are those traits and skills which are necessary for rescue?
First of all, it's very important to know the breed. Typical, condition, conformation, tail, all. If the Labrador, you tell me before that example, okay, I like it. Do you know that? I like it. I am breeder in Labrador. Yes, for me, the Labrador is another person. It's not a dog. It's a soul, gold soul. And, okay, if in the first step, before to test the skills, it's very important to know it's in the standard or not. High, long, capacity, specific of the specification of this breed is this dog is very important to be analyze all the points: genotype, phenotype, typical of the breed, okay, and after that behavior. That, I tell you, is necessary to start in the International Dog Show. Okay, we can continue. It's very important to work with pleasure, to have not low, high condition, mental resistance, psycho resistance, more than another Labrador. To work in good condition, to wish to work not 5 minutes, 2 hours, not just working. During the working, doesn't matter the environment, a good environment adaptability, excellent, doesn't matter the medium, doesn't matter. Okay, if you see this dog, it's very important what is his behavior in front of another animals, in front of the cars, in urban situation. Okay, doesn't matter the reaction of the extreme audio frequency is very important, the gunshot or another, but in the first step, extreme audio frequency. Okay, more of them is very important, which is the point, the final point of him, and which is the his behavior. A lot of dogs go home and looking at you. Okay, you say, okay, let's go, let's play together. Looking at you, and in his mind say, okay, really, I am fine. I'm finished. Okay, I go at my home. I'm waiting in front of your home, or I waiting you in front of the car. You stay here in the forest, but for me, done. Or what happening? Maybe this dog has another reaction, unknown reactions. That is not good. It's not typical for the breed. That is another problem. What happening with the dog is very uncomfortable situation and behavior in stress. If you work in the stress, after 1 minute is not a search and rescue dog. Okay, that are only the same points. After that is the specialist points. You can see that. Okay, the moving, what happening, smell, during the smell, how many times you smell, you work in same forest, same area, or necessary to exchange and working with same pleasure. A lot of dogs, when you exchange the area, oh, it's complicated. Okay, stay looking, analyze a lot of times, maybe stay in front of the forest 10 minutes. No, it's not good, because he haven't trust himself or in you. That is another problem, your support. Because in search and rescue, the dogs decide. First step, of course, in the first step in the test, the dog decide, okay, I want to working with you, with play. I want to work with toy or the food, doesn't matter. Or if you speak with me too much, I prefer, I am happy. Okay. If I work in the first step, I play with you 2 hours, but in my mind, you're working, your pleasure. Okay. In this moment, tomorrow will be work, but you don't know that yet. Step by step, only to be happy and to have a good diplomacy, to looking to your dog. Okay, I want to play with you in disaster area, in the forest, doesn't matter where, in the water, in the avalanche area. Okay, in the first step, if you see a pleasure from your dog, you are very happy. It's a potential rescue dog in the future. If you don't see nothing, if you don't know nothing about that breed, no, it's not good way.
Okay, so it is again a very complex thing.
No, it's easy. It's not complex.
I mean, I mean the things behind this, because
Yes.
it takes a lot of things to get together, to put into place in mentality, yes, in behavior, in cooperation, yes, in interaction, and okay, dogs are complex creatures, and that's why I think they are absolutely able to complete such complex tasks like search and rescue. But I really want to go back to about about the physical outlook, the conformation, and the physical state, because I'm sure that if you you mentioned that that many breeds can be used, but I'm sure that the environment defines what you can use. Because if there is an avalanche, if you go up to the mountains, I'm sure that you can, and I may be wrong, but I think you can only use those breeds with the proper coat
Yeah,
to
normally.
protect them.
No, take it easy. Normally,
Normally,
it's very important. Normally, it's very important to inform the breeder. Okay, you have Jack Russell Terrier. It's impossible in avalanche. Why?
yeah,
The condition, okay, statute, conformation,
yeah,
resistance, physical resistance, okay, psycho resistance, temperament, character, okay, reaction or environment adaptability. You can't stay 2 days in the snow. It's impossible.
yeah,
It's very important to inform. That in that specialty is very important to be informed, to looking on the every information from FCI website or or from our commission, FCI Rescue Dog Commission website or Facebook or WhatsApp. Today we have a lot of possibility. If you want to be informed, you have a lot of possibility. Our friends Google, it's excellent until the point. What type of information do you want to find? Okay,
yeah.
it's another point.
Yes. Facebook professors
Yeah.
come up. The topic of Facebook professors
Yes, but
and
today
doctors.
the new generation doesn't matter the age of the breeder. The new generation for me, it's some people has 3 years old or 103 years old. Doesn't matter. The age is on the number, only the number, especially in search and rescue activity. Example, when I go in the board of this commission for motivation, for neuromarketing, for image, okay, in front of on opening ceremony, I give a diploma, the younger dog handler and the oldest dog handler. Everybody say, why? Why is necessary? You will see. Everybody was surprised. Example, in World Champion 2016 in Romania, the youngest dog handler, 22 years, in World Champion. Oh, yes, was my son, but that doesn't matter. Yes, and the oldest was some person from France, 76 old, 76 years old. Everybody say it's not, this person is not for this specialty. Why? No. If you have a new vision, you can see that the dog handlers, doesn't matter the age. What happening in this world champion, everybody say, whoa, I don't believe that. Okay, national television or Facebook or social media, okay, say, what happening there? What happening there? Nobody say, oh, what was there? What happening with this person there?
Yeah.
And everybody ask me, okay, it's okay for you what happening in the FCI about a search and rescue dog? No. I say everything no. Because I try to develop this activity, that activity. For me, I really, I think about that is my dream. And usually my dreams is true. Usually. Why? Because I try to develop this activity under the FCI umbrella. Because it's a sport. The public prefer that. It's a social activity. It's necessary to stay near the emergency teams, professional, of course. We start here under FCI, but nobody know if you speak with somebody, okay, Liviu, please If you want to come, you and your teams, your dogs near us, because it's necessary by your dogs. Yeah, nobody know if your dog is a sports dogs or real dogs. The difference is how many and how types of trainings do you had. Okay, a heavy trainings or not. Why? Because, example, in search and rescue activity, we have 3 levels. V, volume, from German, it's beginners, A level and B level. Okay? Okay. B level, I trust in a dog. My dog know a lot of things, a lot of situation. I try with my dogs to go to missions, to test, mission test, evaluation, national or local evaluation for missions. Okay, and after that, if you have an excellent dog, if you have a good behavior, knowledge about that, you can go for 2 real mission. But it's very important to have a database, national, regional, European, doesn't matter the continents. All details about each rescue dogs. And all details is that the name, age, breed, variety of the breed, color, specialty, level of specialty, a knowledge of the dog handlers about the search and rescue dog. If I have in every town, in every country, member of the FCI, I am happy. Only that. Only that. Okay. In front of dog show, search and rescue is not only image. For me, it's 50-50. Image and working.
I think it's a. Yeah,
By the way, yeah, by the way, when we realized the open ceremony in the FCI World Champion of Rescue Dog, teams or individual, doesn't matter. I tried to realize open ceremony not like a show, not like in the ring. No. Example, I speak with my colleague in our commission. Okay, try to make a neuromarketing to everybody. Okay, start in the middle of the town, open ceremony. Everybody, included children, okay, to see, to make a selfie, give the leash to the children, okay, make some steps, okay. The big hugs with all rescue dogs, because these people, new generation, maybe will be excellent breeders, informated person, maybe a great judge, excellent manager in this activity, maybe an rescue dog commission, FCI, after New Year's. It's very important to think about all situation, social situation, sports, image, and show.
And I think it is. I have a lot of thoughts in my mind now, but I think it is one thing that it is important to have the future generation of trainers and handlers, and it is impossible without presenting what it is about. But meanwhile, I had some draft ideas about the sport itself and the activity of itself. Of course, I read news, I've heard stories, etc. But now I can see how complex it is, what a learning curve, and how many efforts and years probably it takes to become a good handler and to have a proper rescue dog that I could use in real life situations. And it is, I think it's important to show to the society that, look, you heard the news that you heard in the news that in this disaster rescue dogs helped. in that situation, 2 lives of people were saved with the help of rescue dogs. And I think it is very important to show to the general public, to make people understand what a huge work is behind this activity, because it's not just like that I have my dog at home, sitting and lying at my couch, and when I get a phone call that, okay, 2 people are missing, or a building collapsed, or whatever happened, and we need 2 or 3 dogs, and do you have time to come now and just see what happens? It is a very huge, very huge thing behind, and I think it is very necessary for the public to know that it is very complex, and I just want to sum up everything I've learned from you today, that you need to have a person who is mentally, psychologically fit and trained, and can be cooperative, but can act on himself or herself in certain situations. You need to have a dog or dogs you completely understand, know how to react in certain situations, what situations you can use that dog perfectly, or you should forget. So don't take your this and that dog up to the hills if that terrain is not for your dog. And you have to practice a lot, and you have to learn a lot. And if I'm right, the FCI Commission and the whole sport within the FCI gives a perfect chance to understand the sport itself, and get yourself and your dog get prepared for real life action one day. Am I right?
Correct. I agree with you 100%. That I start that dialogue. The search and rescue dog activity, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah, I'm sure you need to be dedicated. I'm sure you need to be dedicated, because
by the way, I talk what happening with my team was in Craiova, the international dog show, and me also, I was with my dog inside in the ring, and while waiting, my dogs. With my dogs, I was I have my dogs the champion in the show, junior champion and senior champion. Okay, and everybody know before the situation, pandemic, coronavirus 19, everybody waiting the center ring for BOG and waiting for BOS. Okay, everybody waiting, and somebody from emergency of situation fire department, local fire, call me. Where is the Mr. Ionescu? Why? Where is the? Okay, take it easy. You can't speak with him because he waiting with his dog in the center ring. Yes, but a real mission. Nobody. I don't believe it's a joke. No. Okay. The cars with these guys waiting when me and another 3 dogs finish the to be judged in the ring, and after the go in the real mission. Oh. In same times, in same day.
Okay, but if something
was excellent adventure, the challenge, because in search and rescue, think about that, the challenge can be in every day, in every moment.
Yeah. And if disaster happens, it happens. And if people in danger, you can't just say that, oh, sorry, could you wait until tomorrow in the morning because I am about to go to bed? So it is.
Yes, that I train when I speak with somebody on the group, with in front of the breeders or search and rescue man, dog handlers, doesn't matter. I explain that, okay, it's very important to know what do you want to do with your dogs. It's not necessary only the show. Until the ring, is necessary your dog to know, to stay near you, to be calm, to go in the ring very happy. Okay? Minimum knowledge, basic knowledge in education is necessary. Is necessary. Okay, you go there, and the judge looking at you, and your dog is very nervous, or you are very nervous. Okay? The judge, you know that a lot of situations, the judge asking you, okay, how old are you? How old are your dog? And you say you're old, not your dogs. Okay? Okay, that is it. Today, to be breeder, a real breeder, is not easy. Is not for everybody. To be a dog handler is very important to steps. What happening in International Dog Show with the children's. Presentation by dogs, presentation of the dogs by the children. Excellent idea of the FCI. That are the first steps for a professional way. Doesn't matter the show or the working or the both of them. That is very important. I speak all the family. Go your children there to see, to understand your dogs, to understand the relationships between your dogs and your children. That is the part is very important in the future.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
I think dogs have a very complex part in human life. And normally, it is complex. Dogs, from my opinion, dogs are really fantastic creatures because they can complete.
It's a perfect creature.
Yeah, they can complete a lot of tasks if we know how to handle them and if we are able to teach them what to do. And I'm really thankful for you for your time and sharing your experience and your knowledge, because
that today, because I want to speak a lot of information, to send the information, the message. Okay, that is it.
we can go on, because I'm sure if we pick up certain parts of the training of rescue dogs or the everyday life or what is happening during a mission is also really interesting and important. I can feel your enthusiasm and your dedication to this lifestyle, as you said, and I'm sure it is, because it is a very hard work, and it is not easy at all. So thank you.
No. I'm not agree with you. Sorry.
It's easy.
If like it, that is not difficult. Step by step, your dream will be a reality.
Okay, but for that, if we are talking about the current era and the modern lifestyle, we want everything immediately, and it doesn't.
Time.
Yeah, and you need time. You need to have experience. Your dog needs to have experience. You need to have experience with your dog itself. So if someone wants to become a really good dog handler in search and rescue, it won't happen tomorrow in the morning. Just because you decided, you need to go through the process. You need to have enthusiasm, dedication. It's hard work. You can't decide if you want to go out or not just because it's raining or it's -10. It takes a lot of time. Okay, for you, it is absolutely normal. But for many people, it might be a bit inconvenient. That's why I wanted to, I think it, as I mentioned before, about showing to the general public, those people who are not involved in this world, to understand that how much work is behind these results in, for example, a successful rescue in a real situation. Okay, for you, it is the absolutely normal way of life. Other people have no real idea what it takes, how many years, and how much effort it takes to be successful in search and rescue. And it is indeed a function of the modern dog, which is necessary and needed. And I do thank you for sharing your experience, your expertise, and your point of views, because I think it is really important that people understand what is really behind of a real successful rescue. So thank you so much for being my guest today. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much for your invitation. Okay, bye-bye, everybody.